Hey everyone. Welcome. It's Biddy Penny and Messy Missy.
Good morning.
Hey.
Hi, good morning.
We'll give everybody a minute to join us.
Okay.
And then I'd love for you to do an introduction so that they know who's hanging out with us this morning.
Okay. I see some people I know in the chat.
Oh, let's say
Um
hi to everybody.
yes. Well, some of them I know from your channel, but
Uh-huh.
some I know from my channel. I see Planner Creations, which is Bridget,
Hey Bridget.
and I see let's see who else. So I see the Concrete Butterfly, which is Carrie,
Hi Carrie.
and who else am I seeing?
We got Lisa and Cindy and Linda and Flo. Hi,
Flo, yes, Flo,
everybody.
I know from yours. And Empty Nest
Jill.
Scrapper is
That's Maddie.
Maddie. Okay, I thought so. I just didn't want to get it wrong.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
morning, everybody.
Now you go by Melissa?
I do.
Okay.
My grandfather called me Missy. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, they used to call me Missy Blue because of my blue eyes. And
Aww.
so we have now named our boat Missy Blue.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so but the only person that called me Missy was my grandfather. Although I don't mind it. Don't get me
I
wrong.
know one time I reached out to you and I was like, hey, Missy. And you're like, well, that's what my grandfather called me.
That's okay. I'm sorry.
And I know I loved it. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah. No, I love that. And
Yeah.
Missy Blue, what a great name for a boat.
I know, I love it. I love
How
it. And it's blue, so
more people and then we'll tell them what we're up to.
okay.
Good morning, Miss Rhonda Lane. Rhonda had surgery this past week. Rhonda, I hope you're
Oh, I hope
feeling
you
better and well on the
yes.
mend. She posted a picture on Instagram and I was like, how does she look that bright and vibrant after
Oh,
surgery?
wow.
I don't even know.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, Sue.
Wow, from Nova Scotia.
Oh, so good to see
Wow, thank
everyone.
y'all. And I know some of you I know are getting up very early to come see this, and I do appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. All the time.
And
Absolutely.
arting with my nomies. Good morning.
Hey, Debbie Trapp. Hi, everybody. Hi, Mary. And arting with my nomies. Hello.
Has
Tara. Her name's Tara. Hi, Tara. All right. Well, first of all, there's a couple of orders of business to get out of the way. Number
okay.
one, happy Valentine's, everybody.
Yes. Yes.
So, a big hello and happy Valentine's. So much love to all of you. Hi, Norma. Also, once a month, I hold a birthday celebration for crafters, and I just bring on a friend like Melissa, and we craft together and celebrate birthdays. Well, I have an extra special version this month because today is Melissa's birthday, everybody.
Well, today is well, my birthday was the 10th, but today
Oh,
is
okay.
my it's
Today's your
okay. It's
birthday
okay.
party.
My birthday party, yes. So after we get done with the live, my husband is scurrying to finish cleaning the kitchen. And while I'm in here crafting, don't you love that? Isn't that sweet?
I love it. So
So
it's just like a day full of party for you because you're
it
getting your
is.
virtual party and then you're getting your real IRL.
Yes. 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 I love it. I love it. Well, thank you.
To everyone, to all of our crew. All right. So today we're art journaling, you guys. I have a couple of art journal examples here. I hope that everything reconnects. My internet did something funky.
It glitched for a second. Oh, thank you for all the birthday wishes. If you can hear me.
I have some art journaling books here. I know it's coming in and out.
Yeah.
Um, Hopefully everyone's good though. I see the chat going. bear with us. Hopefully, that's all that will happen. But there's some amazing ideas out there. This is an art journaling magazine from Stampington, and it's called Art Journaling. And then there are some books like these are from Miss Dina Wakely. There's two of them. She has Art Journal Freedom and Art Journal Courage.
Yes.
And I saw someone say what I had never put into words this week about art journaling. She said that sometimes her life and her journaling would get in this really negative space, and actually journaling about it made her feel worse, not better, until she
Oh,
found art
wow.
journaling. And she found that she could still process the feelings in a significant way without adding words, and she felt like art journaling actually helped her heal better than putting all of her words and thoughts on paper.
Absolutely.
And I thought, "Oh my gosh, yes. Yes," because sometimes we can feel like by writing it down and going deeply with our emotions and feelings on paper that, um, it's like dwelling
Right.
on it in a sense, where with something like art journaling, you're able to process and in the right brain,
Y
analytic like analyzing yourself
Right.
and analyzing the feelings. Instead, I think I feel like I
Yes.
go
I
through the
think for
feelings
me I think for
in a
me,
different way.
color has feelings, and
Uh-huh.
I think and that's probably just warm tones, cool tones, but I think for me, when I got into art journaling, there was some things in my life that were going on, and I didn't have the words to put them on paper because I've always kept an active written journal. Um,
Mm,
but it wasn't cutting it for me. And this was probably back at the beginning of the pandemic and then the year after. And I just believe that that art is the feelings that you can't express with words.
right.
And a lot of my past stuff, a lot of stuff is moody. Some
Mhm.
of it's whimsical, some of it's whatever. And so you can tell what mood I was in when I did it.
Right.
But I think for me that was very healing, very therapeutic and fun all at the same time. So like this is a moody piece I did, a little bit moody, but it's colorful.
Uh-huh.
Um, so yeah, I think it has the ability to speak volumes without using words.
Yes. Agreed. Agreed.
And I love I have all of my acrylic inks and I have paints, I have watercolors, I have the whole gamut, but for me there's something soothing or whatever just watching ink run down the page. I don't know what it is that I love so much about that. But I do.
Yeah.
So give
No,
me
I totally agree.
Yeah, so give me some acrylic ink. I like the high flow acrylic. I think they're called acrylic inks,
Yeah,
and give me that and a Stabilo, and I'm just happy as I can be.
I agree. Here's a quote from Lesta Frank in San Antonio, Texas, in this magazine that says, "Subconscious messages sometimes surface after finishing a painting in my journal."
Oh wow!
And I think, but other people don't really remark on that so much. They just say, "I've always gravitated towards an overstuffed, the torn and messy, the vibrant and colorful." And so it can be about the medium, like what you were just saying, or it can be about the emotions, and every day it can be about something different. Sometimes we're just art journaling for the joy of it, and sometimes we're actually trying to work some things out,
Right, right, absolutely, absolutely.
and I
And
love that.
I have been inspired by so many artists. This one actually was inspired by a Jenny Mano video that I watched,
Mm,
and I love her style. Um, I think hers is a little on the moody side too, and but I like to think of this one as the moody blues. But Um, this one was a tutorial actually out of Dina Wakley's art journal Courage ma- um,
Okay.
a magazine or what do you call it? Book workbook.
Yeah, it's a workbook.
And it was where you took, as kids, you drew all around and then you colored in. Well, I used like acrylics and painted them in. And her lesson was to learn how to see. And it's in that Art Journal Courage book. And I followed the book, and I found an angel that had you eventually paint out the rest of what you don't see, like the
Mm.
background, and you have this space. And so I found an angel with a face, and I used book pages to make her wing here. And this one, she had a broken wing, but she replaced it with a heart. So I thought I would show that one because it's
I
Valentine's
love
Day.
that.
But yet you can still see in the background where I colored in all the little, enough of it to know that it had a background. So, but yeah, that one was out of Dina Wakley's workbook.
And
So,
this is the workbook that she's mentioning, you guys, Art Journal Courage. Fearless Mixed Media Techniques for Journaling Bravely.
yes, yes, absolutely.
And I do believe it's still in publication.
I would think so. I would think so. Um, I'm also my drawing portion is heavily inspired by Karen Campbell, artist, and just mainly the drawing and mixed media. This one's a very moody one. I was in a dark place, but these are just some drawings that I've done. And
They're awesome.
thank you. Now it's been a long time, but see this one. Okay, so I messed up the this side of her face, so I collaged over it, and I don't like to do hair. And this
Yeah,
is
hair is hard.
hair is hard, and this was like in the beginning when I was learning. So it's not all. I mean, I could keep going with it and make it something better or whatever, but that's where I was at the time. So you're not going to hit it out of the park every time.
Yeah, and you're not always looking for a finished piece because you do learn a lot about your mediums as you go,
Exactly. Yes.
and so
Yes.
you can look back on that piece and it wasn't about a feeling or an emotion. It was more about the experience, I find at least. And so it's kind of nice leaving some of them undone because what you remember when you do that are the lessons you learned while you were working.
Correct. Correct. Absolutely. Absolutely. And each medium is so different, and it brings a different level of joy to me. Um I was trying to read some of the chat, but it's going by pretty quickly.
Yes. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Sal. Hi, Momin. Hi, Kat. Kat, I saw your message that you got the pen and gear glitter paper. I'm so glad you love it. Isn't it amazing? It's so hard to capture on camera, but it is magical. Hey, Hopefo.
Yeah, hi Hope. I didn't see you come in.
Let's see. Miss Cindy, Miss Angie's here. Hi, Angie. And Jason. Hello. Happy Valentine's, everybody. And oh my gosh, Pam's here. Hey, Pam. How are you? All right. So good to see you. So good to see all of you guys. So we are going to art journal today,
Yes.
and it's anything, we're going to just do whatever our heart says to do. I'm going to work
Yes.
myself because we're in a vertical format. I'm going to work on one page kind of at a time, I think. Um
Yes. Yes.
just so y'all can see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. I'm working in a little journal that I made in a live one day, and I made it with an old calendar, and I've never finished the cover. The old calendar was like a dog meme calendar, and I've thrown some as a scrap paper on it, but I've never finished it. And then I put some thin watercolor paper in it. So that's what I'm working with today. It's hand
Okay.
stitched, it's handmade, it's nothing fancy, but I think there's something powerful like sometimes you get really fancy I get really fancy sketchbooks and then I'm intimidated to work in them, or I don't work in them as freely as I will work in something like this that I've thrown together.
Mm, exactly, exactly. And I did think about making an art journal just specifically for this live, but
Mm,
I'm like, girl, you've
enough
got
things to do.
well, I had a lot of things to do, but I also have a lot of one page wonders, as I call them. I have a lot of journals that I've done like one page and then put it down and started a different journal.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
this is another form of art for me. These are my grand dogs, and this one, her name was Coda. She okay. Um, this one has passed away. This was Coda, and this is Rory. And she had sent me a picture of the two of them laying on the couch. And this is digital art. So I also do digital art, and I love it. It's something I can sit on the couch and I don't get messy.
Mm.
And so every once in a while, or on the go, you know. So it's great for occasions like that. But
That's so sweet.
I also like to work in old cookbooks or old books. So this is one of my favorites that I did. It says she couldn't keep her colors inside the line, so she drew new lines. And
Yes.
this is just an old cookbook. So I may work in some of that. But I
Nice.
have a piece of watercolor paper taped down. I also this is and see this is what I do. I almost thought about maybe finishing her. I don't know if you can see her yet.
I did. She's amazing.
Okay, thank you. But I didn't finish her, of course, because I don't like hair. So a lot of my faces don't have hair; they have flowers behind them. So, but I love it because you can still see like this picture of this dress. The ink ran, and you can still see the bits of recipe book behind her or behind the dress. And um anyway, I love using I love reusing old books anyway because I'm a junk journaler.
Yes.
So why not use them for art journal?
Right.
But yes,
I've
yeah.
been wanting to make an art journal out of an old book and I just haven't done it yet. It's on my to-do list.
Mhm.
But I want to do it and turn it into my palette journal and work with it,
Oh yes, that would be
using
great.
different palettes and
That would
stuff.
be great. These are ones that I've done on um I think it's 11 by 15 uh Canson watercolor paper. This one I actually did turn into a journal. So, and I didn't do a lot in it, but this was my why of art journaling. I was doing the Get Messy program for a while, and that's where I talk about. I can't read all of this, but it it talks about an escape for your brain and the chaos in my mind and the color value of what I cannot say, feelings I cannot feel or can't explain and have the words that cannot be spoken. So that's kind of my why. And if I'm gonna make some art, I better get busy. I hear your dryer going already.
I'm drying some gesso.
Okay.
I hope it's not rude drying that over you
No,
talking.
no, I barely heard it. I don't know if everybody else heard it, but um I barely heard it.
Good, good. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Hey,
Um
Nancy. Welcome, welcome, welcome to anybody coming in. We're art journaling today, and Melissa's been showing us some of her work. And I love that you had even written yourself a why.
yes, yes. And it because I feel like I got hung up on everything needed a meaning. Like
Mm,
I needed to explain to myself why I was spending time and money and on resources to do this. and you don't have to, and I know that now, but at the time I was struggling with that. So I just decided, and I think it was a prompt in the Get Messy, one of the classes or something, and so it was a great exercise for me, and I hope that y'all can see this. I'm working on a big piece of watercolor paper that I have taped off in half, so I'm gonna be working on this side, and then possibly on the left side as the right side's drying. And I have 0 plan, do you?
None. I'm
Okay, good.
slapping paint on paper.
Okay, well, right now I'm just slapping water down on paper. I'm just doing a wash.
I chose pink because it's Valentine's Day.
I did too.
That's about how
This
far my brain has made it.
this, hot pink, fluorescent pink, golden, high flow, uh, this has been calling my name all week, ever since, well, longer than that, but ever since we started talking about doing this, and then I have this magenta, so, um, I am going to start dropping and see what happens, and it may turn out, like nothing, but if it turns out what you think to be nothing, which is not nothing because it's still art, then you break it up and use it as collage fodder.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I
Or just
may,
embrace it,
yes,
because
yes,
not everything you do can be a masterpiece. Not
right,
everything you can do is going to be your favorite or, you know, maybe be exactly what you thought it would.
right,
And that's okay. And just embrace that.
exactly, exactly,
And
and
be
that's
prepared for a mess. I didn't dry my second sheet. And so here I am with wet gesso all over
oh
everything.
no, oh no,
And if you don't like mess, like you don't like getting your hands in paint and glue, that's okay. You don't have to be messy.
no,
Um,
and I almost started with some collage. I have some tissue paper, and I some like collage tissue paper, and I thought about starting with that as a background, but I have a couple of pre-prep backgrounds, so I'm not overly concerned. And like I said, I have no real plan other than just to play.
yeah,
So
same.
I hope that everyone else is playing along with us, and I want to watch ink run. So it's just soothing for me, I think.
Yes.
And so this one definitely won't be a Moody Blues page because I'm starting with fluorescent pink. So I do a lot of sepia and but I like to watch how the medium moves. See how it flows? It just even though I have the paper tape down, it still buckles a little, and so it causes it to flow, and I just love the look of that. I love the feeling. It gives me a calm peace. Oh, I lost you for a second. Did I lose you?
Right?
I
I'm
think I
here.
missed what you said.
Oh, I was saying I can actually watch paint dry and be entertained by it.
Oh, absolutely. Here's what I learned when I started my YouTube channel, or even before I started my YouTube channel, when I was watching other people. And the saying, watching paint dry. Well,
Mhm.
I realized that when I was watching these art journaling videos and things like that, and other types of video, I'm literally watching other people watch paint dry.
Right? And we're all having fun.
That's right. And
And we
it's
all enjoy
okay.
it.
My husband's like, okay, whatever, float your boat, but all right,
Right?
you know. So I fish with him, and so we. Oh, you did break out the old children's magazines.
I
I mean,
did.
old children's books. I thought about it, and I did bring out some magazine images, but just in case I needed some flowers for hair or something like that. But um, I haven't. really prepared, like, picked one thing.
No, I have a old children's book that's in my scrap bin, and I just brought my scrap bin out. I think art journaling is a great thing for scraps too. If you're looking for another way to use your scraps and you're wanting to try new techniques, maybe you have some mediums you've never used before, you've bought them and they've been neglected. Hey, I have a whole neglected drawer. So, first of all, don't feel bad about it. But art journaling would be a great way to use some of those things and use your scraps.
Yes, yes.
But, there's no rules here, and there's just ample inspiration
Absolutely,
out there.
absolutely, absolutely.
And you can put words on your paper if you want to, but you don't have to.
Well, some things speak for themselves too, or they don't have to. Like you said, you don't have to. I don't think I intended to have this puddle. I'm getting some bang for
Sorry,
my buck here.
my internet's being terrible today, you guys. I'm so sorry. Um, what a day to act up when I have such an amazing guest. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
thank you so much. I'm so flattered.
Oh gosh, I just adore you. So I was trying to think back when we first found each other. And I mean, gosh, it was years ago.
It was. I
And
was
you were coming back from a healing journey. Actually, I think you were even going through it when because you lost the ability with your hands for cutting. And I know
Yes.
you found like a special pair of scissors. And I think I might have
You
sent you
you
some
sent
scissors.
them yes, you sent them to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
I
did they
had
work?
found you before that.
I know, we were together before then, because
Yes,
I wouldn't know to even send you the scissors.
they're
I
right
think
here.
we have
Um,
been. Yeah,
I couldn't open my hand. I could
right.
close it, it would move to close, but these sprang open, and you sent me that along with a box full of pre-cut, fussy cut fodder.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes. I mean, it was so many
I
years
know,
ago.
isn't that crazy?
It's amazing, and I just have always held you high in
Oh,
regard in my heart, and I'm so glad we
I have
finally
you
get to craft
too,
together.
and you are an amazing human being and have
Oh
such
gosh,
a
I'm
such a
just.
kind heart and just a
Oh,
gentle
thank
soul,
you.
and I've just always thought very highly of you too. And
I
I
know.
love I'm a little probably uh there's times when I think I'm maybe a little, I don't want to use the word jealous. Um I admire your ability to freely create because that's
mm,
something that I struggle with. And I can tell that you probably, and I'm guessing, although I think you've said this in videos or things, that you were encouraged to create growing up, maybe.
yes.
And whereas I was doing banners for our church, cutting out letters, and they had to be exact and precise, and because it was being hung in the sanctuary,
Mm.
and so I felt like I had to be perfect, and
Ah,
precise, and so my adult life has been spent trying to, get out
break
of that
out of that.
mindset. Yes. And so, yes, I do. When I watch you create, and I'm like, oh wow, I just wish I could be that free and that, you know, and I can be, and I'm learning to be.
I am very free, but it doesn't mean I don't question myself or that I don't look at things after I made them and go, is that, do they think I'm crazy? Is that really even any good? I mean, I still have a lot of doubt that seeps in, and I'm working on my self talk because it's not always very positive.
Right.
Um, but
Mm,
much as a surprise as it is to everyone else. I very rarely have a plan,
Yeah. Well,
you know?
we would never know it. Yes, I am, yeah, I was reading the comments a little bit, yeah, I'm Melissa from Messy Missy Creates. Thank you, Carrie, um, for that. I am learning. Carrie from the Concrete Cut Butterfly is a good friend of mine as well, and so is Hope. And she calls me Matchy Matchy, because I do like things symmetrical and matching. And so this right here is like chaos for me, but
Yeah,
eventually it will be something else. If I can get my act together.
it's gonna be
So
amazing,
I hope so.
whatever you make.
If not, it's going to be collage fodder. So
And here's the other thing, you're gonna look back on it and you're gonna be like, "Oh, cool. I made that when I was hanging out with Bitty
that's
Penny."
right. That's
And,
right.
that's the beauty of this, you guys, is that it's not always the finished product, but you're capturing a time, you're capturing a moment, and I think for people like me with a busy brain, it's hard to just be still in the moment. I'm usually moving through every moment.
Right.
And so this enables me to go, "Oh," like, I'm gonna look back at this and go, "Oh my gosh, that was so fun. I made that when I was hanging out with Melissa," and there's gonna be a vibe to it. So, like, even if it's not perfect, it's
Yes,
gonna
you're right.
bring
You're right.
back good memories.
I can remember, well, I was just telling you about the stories behind every art piece, that I was showing.
And you remember
And
them and you know them.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
And
There's
I
something
remember
very
the
powerful
feeling.
about it.
I remember the feeling behind all of them. And I need to tap more water.
Journaling today, you guys. Okay,
Oh,
so
that's
I
cute.
picked this image because
Oh,
it looked
that's
like a whole
cute.
party, which is what we have going on here is a whole party. And everybody's got rabbits, which I think is really fun. And they're going, you know, they're like marching with rabbits. And Easter is around the
That's
corner
true.
eventually. So it
Very
works, but I
true.
think it's a party and we're having a party, so it works. I'm
I
gonna
was
stamp out
kind of
flowers.
playing off the one piece. I'm kind of when you copy somebody else, what is it that I'm drawing?
Case.
Yes, yes. I'm casing my own artwork.
Oh, good.
Um because I loved it. This one right here, I showed it earlier.
Yes.
And I this was inspiration. These are actually the chamomile and marigolds in my garden. I had been working out in my garden that morning and the chamomile was in bloom and the marigolds were in bloom. And so the
Oh.
marigolds were just kind of a blotch I took a picture. And so these are all my little chamomile. Carrie told me this one looks to her like Mother Goose, and she's right. It does.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I hadn't before she told me that, but um anyway, so I'm just kind of drawing on that inspiration and um trying not to add. I'm really wanting to add some blue and green to this, but
You should.
well, I might, but I might have
Maybe
to
in
wait.
another layer.
Yes, I might have to wait until this dries. So, um because green and pink don't play well together. Blue would be
Well,
fine.
right.
But the green and pink not so much. But I do want some sort of other color. But this is a Stabilo all that I'm using. It is water reactive, so we're about to activate it. And I just kind of loosely I did some loose drawings, which I try to hold the pencil like this instead of, like a regular pencil because you do want it to be loose and fun and it's
Mhm.
fun to work with this when it's already wet because you get this darker, deeper pigmented but my hearts have leaves apparently. So, which is fine. They're
I
allowed to
love
have
it.
leaves. So, but then you can still activate it a little bit further. Do you ever play with a Stabilo?
Yes, I love them.
Yes, I do too.
I also just recently got this artist charcoal, which they're just in blocks, and they reactivate as well. And
Really?
I like it because it's a broad, you can get a broad.
Wow. Oh, did we lose you again? I think we might have lost her again. I don't know if y'all can hear us. If y'all can hear us, let us know.
Yeah, sorry guys, my internet's being terrible today. I'm keeping a very close eye and making sure I reconnect it every time I see it
Okay.
blip. I'm so sorry, you guys. Bear with
No.
us.
Yeah. It happens.
It makes me want to throw it in the lake, my router, but
I hear
we're
you. I hear you. We had such internet issues that we finally switched, and it's better, thank goodness. I actually had to move my craft room to the center of the house. I live in a very old house that was built in the 30s, and it has plaster walls instead of
mm.
sheetrock. And it is the internet doesn't go through the walls like it does. And so I had my craft room in the smallest room in the very back, and I couldn't do lives because of the lack of internet in that room. It wouldn't reach even with an extender. And so I changed, I moved into a little bit bigger room, which and that was fun.
Right? You're like, "Oh,
Bonus.
shucks, I have to get a
Oh,
bigger craft
darn.
room."
The the only problem is it is right off the living room. So my husband was like, "Are you gonna hear me if I do the run the dish?" Oh no, 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 no. You do whatever you want to do. I
Yeah.
have the door closed. Anytime the husband offers to vacuum or wash dishes or anything of the sort, you never say no.
No, yeah, don't let me stop you.
Exactly. So he actually has run to the store. So okay, I think that I'm gonna let this one dry for a little bit, or I can use my dryer. Um,
Yeah, use your dryer,
well,
girl.
the other reason why I like to use the dryer is because it also makes the ink run organically, and I
Mm,
didn't do that on this one. I think I'm going to though. So in order to dry my page, I'm going to re-wet my page because that makes perfect sense, right? In art journaling land, that makes sense.
I'm using, if anybody's wondering, I use Karen McCoy's stamps today. Her this was the first set of stamps that she did through PM Artist Studios. So that's what I used, and they came from all of her watercoloring days. That's so I'm just playing along and watercoloring Karen's watercolored flowers.
Oh wow, they're beautiful.
Oh, they're
They're very
wild.
good. They're
Mine are
they're
wild.
no, they're beautiful. Oh dear, I got ink on my hands. What will we do? Yes, where is
Baby
my
wipe.
I am gonna run my dryer for a second. My heat tool.
Run it. No
Okay.
problem. I'm going to say hi to the chat. Di, hi. Aren't they so pretty? I know. Last time I used these, I used them and they were much prettier than this, but look at the draw of what you're going to get around here. But the stamps are beautiful. I probably still have that other card where I use them handy. I just thought it'd be fun to put some flowers because y'all know I can't get enough of flowers. I'm gonna say hi to more people in the chat. Sorry, you guys.
Yes. Sorry, I'm running my I'll stop running my tool.
No, no, no. You keep running it, girl.
Okay.
It's no problem. Those are nature sounds for anybody who doesn't like to hear heat guns. I'm so sorry. That's what a craft room sounds like. Just think about it as like if you step outside, you're going to hear birds singing.
That is true.
If you come in my craft room, you're probably going to hear a heat gun at some point because I'm a
Right.
mixed media girly. And chances are I need to dry something.
Well,
So,
especially when you don't want some of your medias to mix with other medias.
yes, and you're in a live and you're working against the time
Yes,
and you gotta
yes.
speed things up.
That's right. So let me run it real quick just again.
Run it. It's not a problem. I run my heat gun whenever I want, and you can
Okay.
too. The heat gun around here. Yes, we can. Happy Valentine's to everybody. And if you have a February birthday, happy birthday. This show is for you and to celebrate all of our February friends.
Does anybody else have February birthdays in here?
Yeah, anybody out there or somebody you know, they're welcome too. We've got the biggest craft tables. Everybody can fit around. We've got a
Yes.
chair for everyone.
That's what I love about you too. You really are you genuinely, when you say that, you genuinely mean it, and I know that
I
about
do.
you. And I love that. I admire that in you, and you
Thank you. That's so
are
sweet.
um like I was telling some of the people, that I know that um don't that didn't know you, and I guess the first thing that pops in my mind is a gentle soul. I mean, you have such a
Oh,
gentleness about you, and a realness about you that is just amazing.
oh, thank you. That's very, very kind. That's
Well, you're welcome,
kind of
but
the
it's
most
true.
flattering thing somebody could say.
Oh, but it's very true.
Thank
And
you.
so I just wanted you to know that. And
Oh,
I wanted the people who were coming from my channel to know that, because yeah, it's true.
oh, thanks.
What am I looking for? Maybe a spray bottle. I dry and spray and dry and wet and dry and wet.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh, wait, that's not supposed to be there. I could get out some watercolors. That might give me more control, but I really was just in the mood to play with my inks today. And I thought maybe I would have a side squeeze over here with like some collage and whatever going on at the same time. But okay, this one doesn't want to play, but it leaked on me yesterday. So what are we doing? I really
John
want to.
Pounds has two siblings that have February
Oh
birthdays. Well, that's
wow.
awesome, John.
Yes, it is. Oh, here comes the blue. Oh, and there they go. Oh,
And you guys, if you know, we have no dog in the fight whether you try art journaling or not. Like it makes no difference to us. But the techniques, how you see us working today and the approaches we're taking, you can take and apply to whatever kind of paper crafting you're into. If it's card making,
yes. Well, and I'm not. I'll be honest with you. This is not turning out how it turned out in my head. Um. Yeah. Right. Right. But I'm enjoying the process. This is not something that I often do on my channel, but on my channel, I'm primarily a daily journaler. I do what's called a creative daily journal, and it is more of an illustrated journal, like with clip art or drawings, or I do some draw some of my own digitals and clip art, things like that. And oh yes, that was amazing. I don't know if you saw that. Sorry, I'm over here in my
I
feels here.
saw it.
The way it just took off and it just ran where it wanted to, and
I love it when it does that.
yes. But I hadn't played with my paints in so long, or my inks, or my whatever. Because as you were saying earlier, um, I did in 2021, I lost the use of my right hand. And so all crafts were off the table for me for a while, and especially drawing. and I really miss that. And they're saying you're back now. Did you go away again?
Oh gosh, maybe.
um but so I am getting reacquainted with my supplies is what I'm doing right now.
Yeah,
So this is a just a play session for me. I don't expect some great work of art to come out of this. I'm pretty sure it's not, but you never know, right?
that's right.
You never know. And
And you don't have to share it with the internet, like we do, because obviously we have channels and that's our thing. We're sharing our creative journeys. But when you play, just know you actually don't have to show anybody if you
right,
don't want to.
right.
And that is kind of like a license to freedom as well.
It is. It is. Now, most of what I have done in private, in my own time and my own space and my own energy. And you walk away from it for a few minutes, and then you come back and kind of let things dry organically or whatever. And doing it on the internet is much different because it's a different process, and it's you're wanting things to behave in a certain way on cue, you know,
Right.
and so it doesn't always work that way.
Well, the good thing is, like, we're not doing a tutorial. So we
Right.
don't have to, we can just sit here and create. We can show what goes right, what goes wrong, and enjoy the process. And I think there's a lot of learning when people see things in real time. That's one reason I do so many lives, is because I think there's a lot of learning that happens when things don't go your way. How do you
Absolutely.
recover? How do you keep going?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like
And if people have time, I think that's so important.
just a creative play, and it's not something that I allow myself to do a lot. And I know when you asked me what I wanted to do, and it would have been, I think you mentioned glue book, which I also love to do, which I also haven't done in a while. Not quite as long. It hasn't been quite as long as the art, but art was something that was really calling to me,
Mm,
and so I really wanted to stick with this.
I love it. I'm
Um,
so glad you did, because I want to art journal more than I actually do.
yes, I do too.
Um, yeah. So when you were like, "Yes, let's do art journaling," I was like, "Oh yeah, I have a book that has like 2 pages done. Let's go."
Yes, yes.
But now my book has 3 pages done.
Well,
You
there you
guys,
go. There you go. I was reading some of the comments.
yay!
Love
Let's
those
do that.
colors. Thank you, Lisa. Glad you like the colors. I'm trying not really hard not to make mud right here down here, but in this green, but we'll see what happens. Um, your younger sister. Oh goodness gracious, Jill Pounds. I'm sorry. And yeah, Flo, are you providing breakfast? Is that what I see?
Yum. Flo,
Since
can I get some French toast up in
that
here
sounds wonderful. That sounds absolutely amazing.
with a
Um,
latte? Your girl was up late last night. We went and saw Wuthering Heights.
oh
Wuthering
wow,
Heights. Yeah.
wow.
It
We
was a
actually
spectacle.
was it really?
It was entertaining. It was very dark and very salacious. I don't know. It was wild. It was good. I enjoyed it. It's not for the faint of heart though.
Oh, okay, okay. It
It's
sounds
good.
like a love story, but apparently not. I mean,
Uh
by the
it is.
title,
Well, so I don't think it stays fully I think it's not like if you read the book, this isn't you don't go see this movie thinking you're going to get a recap of the book. It's not
gotcha,
that.
gotcha.
But I think maybe I liked it better because it wasn't. I don't know. Um, Either way, I enjoyed it. We enjoyed it, but we were out late. Like,
We were too, and we actually had a fun evening, we went to a wedding last night,
Ooh.
and it was, a girl that had gone to school with our daughter, and they had played ball together since they were probably 8 or 10, and she had grown up without a father, so, she had asked my husband to be her stand-in father.
Oh, how sweet is
And
that?
yeah, so she gave him a medallion that said chosen dad, because she talked about the dads that she had chosen for herself throughout her life. And he was a big part of that when she was younger. Not so much in her adult years, but definitely in the growing up years. And so it was very special, and he was very touched. And
Oh,
so it was such a sweet evening, but we did get home late.
yeah.
So I was scurrying to try to get all my supplies out, and because normally, like I said, this desk is filled with journaling stuff, and so I had to clear off all that yesterday and prepare myself for, room for my art supplies, and I did it excitedly because, well, hello, it's art supplies, right? So, um, yeah, so I was excited to do this. I was nervous because I had no clue as to what I was. The only thing I could think was pink, and then hearts because it's Valentine's Day, and so that was the only plan I went in with. So there's that.
Well, you're pulling it off,
Well,
girl.
thank you. It's these are what I'm using now are Derwent ink tints marker or ink. Let me try that again. Ink tints pencils. How about I just show you the box? Seeing as how I can't manage to say it. Ink pencils. I was right. They're ink tints, ink pencils. There we go.
Yes.
Mm, that
I
was a
love the
mouthful.
way your page is coming together.
Do you really? Thank
Uh-huh.
you. It's needing something, and this right here is not on the menu, but it's over here going, pick me, pick me, pick me. And so it might have to go on the page next to it. I have no idea. It definitely would not gel with the pinks and the well, I mean, it would gel with the pinks, but I don't know about the greens and the blue, and that's just a recipe for pure mud. So, my favorite part of this is when it dries and you peel away the tape. There is so much satisfaction in that it's just
Oh yeah, the
absolutely
big reveal.
unreal. Yes, it's such a fulfilling. I recently posted on my channel, when I finally found I had videoed this before I had a YouTube channel. I did little clips of video myself literally at a little folding table in my living room, and this piece right here with the mother goose of chamomile, and I had videoed that in like couple minute increments. So here a few weeks ago, I decided to pull it out, or I found the video of it and all the video that I had, and I pieced it together into a video. And I was so glad that I had that because that was pre my illness, and not being able to use my hand for so long. So um it was interesting to watch myself journal back or art back then versus now.
Mm.
I do still have a little bit of limitation with my right hand, but not much. It's not too noticeable, but my
One
dexterity.
thing
Mhm.
Oh, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
One thing I remember you saying during that time was like, hey girls, keep your craft room clean because
Yes.
you may not be able to walk in there the way you used to and dodge things, and that has stuck with me this whole time of like You never know what could happen. You better keep your craft room clean so you can get in there, girlfriend.
Absolutely, because I could not get in my craft room with my wheelchair or my walker. And so there was no crafting. I mean, I eventually got some of the supplies and built in, at my kitchen table and was able to do a little bit. But yeah, you're right. I remember you commenting on that and that had made an impact on you. And it really did because I couldn't. I mean, I don't listen to myself because right now my craft room is an absolute mess. But I do try to keep the pathway clean.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. What do these hearts need? Anybody have a suggestion?
What's your question?
I'm trying to decide what these hearts need.
Oh,
Um,
gosh, I just love it like it is. I don't
do
know.
you?
I do.
I'm trying
Maybe
to think.
I hate to even say anything because I love what you've already done,
Mm-hmm.
but I could see myself putting like maybe words in the hearts or
That's
something.
what I was thinking. I'm just trying to figure out. I would have loved in hindsight if I had used some like this collage tissue paper where you'd see part of the script, and I'm wondering if I can fit that in after the fact, but I don't have any words like handy. I mean, I guess I could write them, but I think let's see. Back at the comments here. They look thank you, Carrie. Um Bertha, I love Hallmark movies too. I'm a Hallmark movie junkie. The hearts need.
I've only seen one or two and they were
Oh yeah.
great.
Oh, the Christmas countdown and the. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm a junkie. And the fall love movies. I mean, with hay bales and maple trees, and it's the bomb. The hearts. Jason says the hearts need Godzilla. Um, I
Well,
currently
luckily,
don't
I know
have
you hang out with
Godzilla.
me enough to know what that means.
I.
Jason, look, look what I have, Jason and John Pounds. I have a Godzilla who lives on my desk now.
I know that is so amazing. I saw that in your last live, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, that was so sweet of someone to make that for you."
Vicky's husband made that for me. I
Wow.
am gonna have to make him a special gift and send it his way. I hope he likes Godzilla too. That's all I can say.
Oh.
If not, he's going to be like, this crazy crafter sent me a Godzilla thing.
Oh, that's funny. That is too funny.
Ah,
I am speaking of because we still have some time. Um, I think I'm gonna let that dry naturally. There is something when you let something dry organically, it does where
yes,
it puddles and it leaves dimension and
it looks
it
different.
does.
It
It
does
does.
take on a different look.
So now I did pounce off a little bit of because I have a tunnel right here where the paper's buckled like that in between the hearts. And so, like, all my green ran down there, my blue, my pink. And so, this little bit of muddish color, but that's okay. Um, and, but I think on this side, I'm going to see if I can slide myself over. I'm trying really hard not to drink my paint water, y'all. Just thought I Yeah,
Yeah,
I
please
just thought
don't.
I would mention that because my glass of water is sitting right next to my paint. Oh, here is something. I'm assuming that they're still in business, but I can't turn it upside down because obviously the
You
water would
sound like
spill out.
me now.
What's that?
You sound like me now. I'm always like, I don't know if these people are still in
Yeah,
business, but I
but
love this thing.
this was called the paint. It's called the paint puck. Yeah, and
Yes.
it holds your brushes. It holds your water. You can disassemble the entire thing, wash it, and let it dry and put it back in. And it's like silicone, and it has the brush holders on the inside and the outside. And for all different size brushes. And my daughter had gotten that for me Well, many years ago now, because it was pre-illness. I go back to, well, I guess most people go back to pre-pandemic.
BC, before COVID, right?
Yes, but I have to, because mine was like the following year. Um, there was the world's COVID, and then there was mine. Um, and so I have to kind of go. I'm trying to get this left side in frame, and that's not working. So we may have a different plan for that. I think we're going to work in a recipe book. So I'm moving this and I'm just sitting it flat. That's why I put it on this board, so that if I had something I wanted to dry, because I may come back in and touch up with some actual acrylic paints and do some different things. You can get like the Stabilo and the Inktense. Oh, I have Neocolors too. And you can get those to move with like white acrylic paint as well, or gesso, as well as water. I don't know if you knew that or not.
It cut out. I
Okay.
didn't hear it
I
all.
was just saying that the Neocolors and um the water soluble pencils,
Uh-huh.
they also can be moved, reactivated, by
With gesso.
with gesso or white acrylic paint, and
Okay.
you get a softer look. The fairy
Right.
that I showed with the purple hair and the green background,
Right.
that's what that was. It was Neocolors, and um yeah, it was Neocolors activated by white paint or gesso or whatever. Now I have not glued, well, I have pre-prepped a few pages. Actually, I know what I'm going to do.
By
Where
the way, you guys, my paper pads are out. So if you're looking for this Timeless Swan, it's officially on my website. Yay.
That's so exciting.
Yes.
They are beautiful papers. She creates her own. She creates her own papers. I mean, I create digitals, but she creates her own paper. Which actually, I have started making some digital paper for myself. I have not put it out there yet,
Uh-huh.
but I have started. I think I
That's
might use
awesome.
one of these pre-prepped. Here is one that is saying the orange can play with me.
On also, John, I did hear that song. I think you sent me a link. There's a Godzilla song.
Is it really? That's amazing.
Oh gosh. This girl ever stop talking about it. Um oh my gosh, but yes, there is.
I kn-
I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I'm just playing, you guys. That's the power of an art journal is you can just
you can just
play.
play. I have this it was a background that I had made years ago, actually, to draw on or to whatever. And this one right here is saying the orange ink can play with me. So I'm going to oblige it and play away. And I may attempt to draw a face. I have not done that in a long time. And yes, okay, why not do it on a live, right? I mean, because that makes perfect
You
sense.
do it and then I'll follow you. I'll try
Okay.
it
Okay.
too
Okay.
on my
Let's see.
next page.
Let me find my water here. Just get some water down so the ink moves a little bit. This is Bombay ink in orange, India ink. I think this is actual ink, not acrylic ink. I can't remember. Oh, it's globby. Okay, hold on. Can't imagine why it's globby. Why would it be globby, right? Let's start with a little. We can always add more, because this one I have a feeling is going to spread like crazy because it is globby. I moved all my stuff. Why did I move all my stuff? Okay.
Well, thanks, Linda.
Did you have you had said something about you had other questions you were going to ask me, or do you
Yeah,
remember what?
the other question I wanted, or kind of thing I wanted to talk about with you is that you know, I love paper crafting. So I consider a lot of things, like when I paper craft and you're like, I don't know, like when we were talking, it's like, I'll do junk journals, glue books, I'll do, artist trading cards, I'll do whatever, I'll paint,
Uh
I'll
huh.
make a card, make a junk journal. Um, but I wanted to talk a little bit about your journey, like how did you start in paper crafting, and just to talk a little bit about like your journey through paper crafting, because
Yes.
I think sometimes a lot of people get stuck doing, or they get focused. I won't say stuck because I don't think it's stuck,
Right.
but they'll get focused on one type, and they may be happy there forever, and that's amazing, there's
Yes.
nothing wrong with that. And then
Right.
there's people like you and me who kind of meander through all the
And
variables.
we do all the things.
Uh-huh. So I wanted you to share a little bit about your journey with everyone.
Yes, absolutely. Um, I had it all started um because I bought a planner. I know this is going to sound crazy, but just follow. Um or try to it's going to go all over the place. So, um that's how my brain works, all over the place. And
You're in good company here.
yeah. So I like to do all the things. Okay. So I bought a planner because I was going to, organize my life, right? So, I'm sure we've all had moments like that. And it didn't fit my style. And the short version of that, because I'll condense that part down, is it led me to bullet journaling somehow. Like, okay, making my own planner, and then I found bullet journaling, and I'm like, oh, this is way too um hardcore for me. I mean, it was too perfect, too
Oh yeah.
structured, too
I've
whatever.
seen those perfect bullet
So,
journals.
yes, yes, and I'm like, "Okay, that's not gonna work for me because my brain does not work in that direction." Um, you would have thought that being a touch OCD, but unfortunately, I'm also a touch ADD, so
You're a mixed bag.
it is they don't play well together. We just so, anyway, or I had, so I mean, the next natural step was to learn how to make your own books and make my own planner. And I bought the Cinch thing, I never got into the spiral bound planners or
Mhm.
books or whatever. I don't mind a binder, but I don't like the spiral bound. But anyway, so I never used the Cinch. So I had to learn how to bind books. Well, I came across, and I'm not going to mention all the YouTubers um that I watched, but I came across a few that really really were significant in me learning how to make junk. Then I went down the junk journal rabbit hole, right?
Uh-huh.
So somewhere along that time frame, after I spent quite a while learning how to make junk journals, and then let's see, walk and talk at the same time. Um, I had this one wants green, fluorescent green. Um, I had then I found creative daily journal. Well, somewhere in the process, I also found art journaling, and that was because of making books and things like that. Those two went kind of hand in hand, and I am that one's not even open. Look at this, y'all. Why would we do that to an art supply? It's not even open. Poor baby. Um,
It was waiting for this
it was
moment.
waiting for this. It was waiting. Yes, patiently, obviously. Um,
Good thing they don't bark.
yes, that's true.
The house would be noisy.
Yes. But, so I found somewhere in the process, I found art journaling. I know what, because I wanted to learn how to draw because I wanted to draw in my journals. And I wanted so then I started taking classes on how to draw. And then, that led me to art journaling and mixed media. And so I went down that path for a while, and that's where I learned to draw face, or when I learned to draw faces, and so on and so forth. Um, and yeah, it just kind of evolved. I Over a period of, oh no, no, don't you run together. I didn't mean for you to do that. No, you two can't play. No. Okay, they said they're gonna play nicely, so we'll see. Um, but yes, I just I then I stumbled on the Creative Daily Journal, and that was intriguing to me because it was kind of like scrapbooking. I tried scrapbooking back in the 90s, and it gave me hives. And so,
You know it's not a good mix when.
okay, yes. All right. So not having your page taped down gives you the freedom to let things run, even if they're colors that will make mud together. We're gonna let them run. Um, and so I'm just letting them run down the page and into a napkin. And I'm gonna have the most beautiful napkin when I get done,
Right?
and then it's gonna become collage fodder. Um, but anyway, so yeah, I learned all the things along the way, but then when I started my channel, I chose the name Messy Missy Creates because my mother called me Messy Missy. I'm sure some other people did, but I know my mother did, and I wanted it to be creates, as in creates multiple things. So I
Mhm.
didn't want to be. I'm kind of like baby. I didn't want to be put in a corner.
Yeah.
And so I wanted the freedom to go in several different directions. And yeah, so but I've kind of landed on an audience that is a journaling audience.
Uh-huh.
Every once in a while I'll throw in a glue book video, or like last week or the week before I threw in an art journal video. Um but I would love to do more of this on camera. Now that I'm doing it on a live, I might as well do it on a camera.
Yeah.
So, um, anyway, here we go. Um, and that's kind of how it happened.
So
It
it was
just
a
did, but it
yeah, you
started
just kind of go from one exploration to another.
yeah, and it all kind of started because I bought that planner, and I was
You
going to
bought a
organize
planner. Wow.
because I
That's
was
so
going to
cool.
organize
I've
my
never
life.
heard anyone say that. I've never
Really,
heard, people get into it from buying a planner, but I'm sure you're not alone. But
right,
I just
right.
think that is so cool, that that's
Yeah,
what opened up this whole journey for you.
that is it is what I mean. Ultimately, that's what did it, and I still have that planner, and we still have conversations about it together. Like, "Look what you got me into," but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Who knew a $20 planner could cost you thousands?
Exactly. And and that however many years later, I was gonna have, a YouTube channel and,
Friends and a
um
community.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was gonna say a craft room with, yes, thousands of dollars of art supplies,
Yep.
but also yes, a family that I
Mhm.
wouldn't trade for anything,
I know.
and y'all are all included in that, and yeah, I absolutely love this is where I need to cut out flowers and put flowers in her hair because I really do hate drawing hair.
Bring back the baldies. Baldies are beautiful.
There you go. I do need to let this dry because it's activating or I'll blow it dry, but anyway, so yeah, that's kind of the short version of all of that is, how that started, how that came to be.
So on your channel, what do people see on your channel?
Um, like I said, right now, primarily the daily journaling. I don't do
Mhm.
it daily, but I do document every day. And I know that Carrie at the Concrete Butterfly, she does the same thing. And Allison's not in the room, but she's a really dear friend of mine too. And she's on the West Coast, so it's very early for her.
Uh-huh.
Um, but she is kind of who I found that I think is who was my gateway drug into creative daily journaling. And so it's basically an illustrative, or it's kind of junk journaling, but daily, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's less about constructing and making ephemera and making a beautiful
Yes,
journal, and it's
yes.
more about documenting.
Right. Now we still do ephemera, and we do tags and pockets and flips and tucks and all the fun things, and use last year I used um all books for every month. I
Mhm.
deconstructed a book and made a basically a junk journal every month and documented my days in that. This year I committed to using a composition notebook every month, and I like, because I like this side. That's how I started, and in a composition book, and so I thought I would return to that this year. And so yeah, I mean, it's mixed with, it could be all scrapbook paper, it could be all book pages, it can be, so it's kind of the same theory as junk journaling. We put ephemera from our day in it, just like you would a junk journal.
Mhm.
I don't know that it's as well known as junk journaling, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
no, junk journaling seems to be like the it thing right now.
yes, yes. And
Yeah.
so I don't think that we get included in that
Right.
in that category, but it really is similar to junk journaling. Um, so if you like junk journaling, but I love that I keep a daily log, because I can look back and see small memories that you wouldn't have documented in a scrapbook. A scrapbook, you would have documented the big memories, right?
Yeah.
But somewhere in the process, you would have might have left out the small memories of the day, and so um I love that, because we do daily. Some days are boring and
Mhm.
you really don't have a lot to put on your day. I'm in a craft room that has no scissors. What is up with that? No.
I've been there.
I moved all my stuff. Um but anyway, so I use a lot of magazine images and I'm like you, I fussy cut with my big Tim scissors
Oh,
sometimes.
awesome. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
easier to me.
I did get a pair of I meant I was gonna tell you in a live one you were doing recently, where I saw you fussy cutting with those, and I thought that was so funny. I'm like, I'm glad I'm not the only one that does that. And I had I did just get a pair of Cutterbee scissors, and they're very inexpensive. They're
Mhm.
very small, but they are, and I'm holding this off to the side because I'm trying not to dip it in my paint. Let me move my page. That would be the smart thing to do.
Angie
Um,
says that I heard a study shows writing by hand helps prevent mental decline. I believe that.
wow.
Lisa says she still works in longhand. I find I think better than when I type. Me too.
Yes, absolutely. Cindy had asked, is that a recipe book? I'm assuming she was asking that about me. Yes, that was a recipe book. Actually was two recipe books, and I love them because they have really, really thick matte pages in them. They're older, probably from the 70s maybe. Let me see if it says 77, The Family Circle. It's got a very boring cover, but we can fix that. I have just kind of glued a couple pages together here and there. I've used some masking tape to kind of hold it together. And this is the piece that this was the first piece that I had made in this recipe book. And yeah, so I dearly love working in this book. So I hope that answered that. Yes, can somebody link the website for Bitty Penny? Um, do we have Okay, this is not my life because she would be a wrench in my in I forgot. I'm like, why don't you have your wrench symbol? But I forgot this is your
It's bittypenny.com. And, I probably should have that kind of thing ready to share. I'm terrible. A lot of times I forget to even tell people where to go or anything. Um, yeah, I'm kind of terrible that way,
I
but
have well, it's hard to remember everything, especially when it's hard to talk. I remember my first few videos and I must have done 3 or 4 takes before I ever published one. And but my husband says I can talk to a lamppost. So,
oh, you and me both.
yeah, so I can it's nice to actually have somebody that you can hear back. Um and so let's see.
Well,
We're
I
gonna
finished another page. It's wild, but I
You're
really
doing
like it.
amazing. Look at you go. I'm over here floundering.
Well, I love
Um
it. I love whatever I don't think it's
it's
floundering. I think you're art journaling.
that's what I'm doing. It's not drying quick
It's a
enough. So,
process. And
do what?
like it's a process, and don't think that every stage of a process is beautiful or it makes sense.
No, no, you
Y-
definitely go through the ugly phase, and I'm right here. I'm trying to
Yes.
fix the ugly phase here. I'm just trying to dry it a little bit so I can draw better, and then I cut out this big flower because I think she wants it in her hair.
I love
Um,
it.
so we're gonna see if we can make that happen. But let's see, just popping in to say hey, hi BB Productions.
Hey, Bethany. Hey, Desiree. Been hanging out in the background working. I understand. I understand. Me too. Sometimes on Sunday, I'm doing the same thing, Desiree. I'm trying to get videos out for the next week or
Oh yeah,
painting,
definitely.
working on something. So I lurk.
Yep, definitely. I have the freedom to do them during the middle of the week. That's when I do the most of them. I don't have a outside the house job.
Hmm.
So I have that advantage. My weekdays are more free than my weekends. Um, so
Well, that's just the thing. When I do a live like this morning, this will be my last crafting for the day. And
mhm.
then I'll wake up early tomorrow. I craft from 5:30 to 7 every day. And that's my crafty time. And
Oh,
that's
is it
it.
really?
Yeah. And that's
That's awesome.
the rest of my time belongs to my family and my
Yes,
job and
yes,
everything.
absolutely, absolutely. Um,
So on days when I'm not live, I'm painting, I'm doing, background work basically.
mhm. Whew, let's see. This is not going to fit on this page unless I cover up the face I already drew. So this might not be the head for you, lady. Um, it's okay though. It will find someone's home or
So that you
someone's head.
guys know, we're going to be here till 10 this morning. So we got about 30
We got
more.
about 30 more minutes. Yeah, because I have a birthday party
She, yeah,
at my house.
she's got a party that she's hosting at her house. And she said, so I was like, girl, we can do this anytime. She said, nope, we're going to go on. And
Yeah,
her
well,
husband is supporting her,
yes,
going to the grocery store, cooking, cleaning. I love that.
yes, very much. He's amazing.
That's so awesome.
I definitely I got one of the good ones.
I did too.
Yes, I know you did.
To
And
me, he's the best, but that's just because he's just
well,
we
that's
were just meant to be.
right, right. Let's see. I have
He's my
smaller
soulmate.
flowers. I don't know that I can do this in hmm.
Hey, Kalinda. If y'all are wondering too, what I keep putting on my page is just gesso. I am working on watercolor paper, but I really like to put a layer of gesso down because depending on the medium that I choose to use, it's going to react typically better on gesso.
Right. I am struggling with her eyes a little bit because they're right on these flowers. So
I
I'm
like the
thinking
flowers by her
I
eyes.
do too, but the eyes are like right on the flowers,
Mm-hmm.
and so they're not showing up. And I'm trying to think maybe if I put a little gesso over it, it'll hide a little bit of the flowers, but it won't. I don't want a whole lot. Let me see. I have a plate. Oh, a lot. See, I'm glad I did that on the plate and not on the page.
Right?
Because I definitely got more bang for a buck than I bargained for. More than I bargained for, I guess I should have said. So I'm gonna see if I can. I don't know. Without the gesso is gonna activate the Stabilo all. So, but it'll give me a little place to. It won't completely hide the flowers, but it will hide enough of them. If not, no biggie, right? My other one, however, is drying nicely. Um, it is. If you just came in, this is the one I've already done, and it still has a few wet spots, but we're letting it. Those hearts really stand off the page. They are popping.
They
I
are
was
popping.
I was so feeling that fluorescent pink today.
Oh,
I'm just
I love it like an opera pink.
oh yeah.
I love it.
So I'm very, and I wanted to go back and touch that up with some acrylics over it, or just add to it, not touch up. But as a matter of fact, I'm gonna speed this process up a little bit.
So, for anyone just joining, I've got Melissa with me today from Messy Missy Creates. She's often here hanging out with us in the chat, and today we're art journaling. And happy Valentine's and happy birthday to all the February birthdays.
Yes, happy birthday. And happy Valentine's Day. Yes, I keep forgetting about that.
All right.
Let's see. I have all sorts of toys. Let's see, what do I want to play with?
I was going to draw a face, but I am going to just use this tissue from
Okay.
Dina Wakely.
There you go. Yeah, and I have some of that. I have some, well, I don't have that particular one. My face drawing is probably not going to oh, this is not my pencil, but looking for my pencil holder. Like for regular pencils, my drawing pencils, not my Stabilo. And I'm not, oh, here it is. I have even just the art supplies. There's so many so many different types of just art supplies.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, never mind the other crafts that we do, like journaling and junk journaling, and some of them overlap, but some of them do not. And so it's like, yikes.
It's a lot.
It is. I keep
Jason said he married up.
oh
Angie is pretty amazing, Jason, I have to say. John didn't say it, but John, I'm going to say you married up too. Sorry, bud. Because Jill's just a sweetheart.
Lisa,
John.
I love that flower too, and if I can make it work, I'm going to. It's beautiful. It just I'm not sure if it wants to live here because it hides her face. But you know, maybe that's okay because I can just draw
Yeah,
over it now that it's dry. Because it's not like I did a jam up job the first time. That I literally have not drawn a face in probably 5 years.
I haven't
So
drawn look, I haven't drawn a face since October, November, and I'm like, I don't know." So if I hadn't drawn one in years, I definitely wouldn't be touching it.
yeah,
You couldn't make me touch it.
yeah,
So
I
if
was
anyone
going to
understands, it's
try, but
me. I'm wanting to
um,
come out with an art doll paper pack. And when I was at the museum yesterday, so I had a crafty date with girlfriends yesterday,
oh, that's
and
fun.
we went to lunch and talked for hours. We actually shut that place down. And then
Oh, that's so
um,
cool.
two of us went to the museum, and I took some pictures and close ups of some of the faces I liked because I want to make some art doll inspired paper packs, but I'm trying to figure out how I want to illustrate them and how I want to do it,
Right?
because there's so many options and I want it to be true to me.
Yes,
So,
yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
I'm going to be drawing faces again soon, but not today. No,
Not today.
I'm taking the easy way today.
I am often a glutton for punishment, so
Well, I often try new things when I probably shouldn't, like new recipes when I'm hosting a party at my house and having a bunch of people over, or, you know, I'm like so
yeah, I
known
mean,
for
because
that.
that's like the perfect time to do that, right?
I think so, but nobody else does. It has backfired. That's all I know.
Yeah, I bet. I bet it has. Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna let this Sibylla all activate and see if we can come out with some sort of little moody girl out of here that resembles a face. And I miss doing this so much. I really do. So I was so excited when you suggested art journaling
I like
because
on the
I'm like,
birthday celebration videos when I bring somebody on, I really
mm-hmm,
like to bring people on who can show everybody something new that we
right,
haven't done here often or done here much or in a long time, or if it's just that person's thing. Like I had my friend Karen on, and we painted, she's been on twice now, and we watercolored flowers because that's her thing, man, and we could stand to learn something. So it's kind of it's how I like to roll because people come back and watch me make cards and
mm-hmm,
journals and mess around. But if I'm going to have a guest, I want them to shine and share their knowledge with us.
yes, yes. That's amazing. I love that. I love that you do that. I was going to also say somewhere in the midst of that, I got into card making.
Mm,
And so I make cards, not necessarily I do have a few card making videos on my channel, but um not many. They don't seem to be as popular. So, you know, when something's
yeah.
not resonating, you kind of tend to steer away from it. Although I do really thrive or strive on my channel to stay true to myself. So
I
if
was about
it's
to say I'm
something
a terrible YouTuber because I can look at my analytics and go, "Wow, that video is really taking off," but I don't want to do that. I want to do
right,
what I want to
right. I
do.
want to do what I want to do. And I think when you stay genuine, that resonates with people.
Yeah.
And so
I'm not trying to get the clicks. I just
no,
having a
no, I just
journey.
yes. And well, and I want like-minded that I don't know, how do you word
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, you want
Um
people
yes, yes,
that
who
can
maybe
connect.
do right, who do kinda run the gamut right along with you, you know?
Right.
Um,
I
and
can
like
tell
all the
you.
things. One of the highest compliments I ever got, I think, personally, that I ever got paid in a comment was, and I can't remember who said it, but it was, something about that they loved that I was randomly creative,
Right.
and I thought that was a huge, um to me, that was a huge compliment, and I think that they intended it that way as well,
Mhm.
but it because I will throw in a random, let's make tags, let's make, um, some kind of ephemera, or I had started, like, this Let's Make series, like, on Let's Make Mondays, but it's like anything else, you run out of ideas, and, really every video is a make of some sort,
Right.
and so, it's just a matter of what you're making. So, in today's video, it's sponsored by Let's Make a Mess. So, um
Well, for me, it's and you alluded to it earlier as well, where you're like, well, I wanted to be messy Missy creates because I wanted to be able to create anything. And for
Right.
me, I want to share my paper crafting journey with everyone.
Yes.
And my
Yes.
paper crafting journey has a lot of twists and turns. It's not one thing,
Well,
it's not one note. And I don't say that in a way to begrudge anyone who does just stay in one particular lane. I will say it's terrible for YouTube. YouTube actually would prefer it if I only made card making videos
yes,
or only made
exactly.
junk journaling. It actually works against me to be diverse in the things that
Right.
I make for the growth of my channel, but I
Mhm.
don't care.
Right, right. I don't either.
That's the
I'm not
difference.
doing it for views, I'm doing it because I
Right.
wanna genuinely share, um
And so I want people in my community who can handle that kind of content, who are here and can handle all the twists and turns.
right, right.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely, and, you know, every video is not for everybody either, and
true.
so, um I'm gonna use an example you as an example because I can, and I know that you won't mind. Um, like she told me one time, "I'll watch anything you do except for gardening." So, and then I think she even recanted that and said, "Okay, maybe I'll watch a gardening." But that's the other thing I do is I garden, and I have tried to throw that in there too, and that is way out of the algorithm just goes absolutely
Doesn't know
nuts.
what to do with that.
No,
They're like,
it's like,
no.
where do we put this? What do we do with this information?
Let me tell you, I did a live from my front yard because people are always asking to see my
Yes, I do
plants and
remember
everything.
that. Yes.
And I don't know what happened, but YouTube was like, "We're shutting this down and
Are you
everybody leave the chat."
serious?
Yes. And I was like, "I'm showing people plants." But it was like, would you say they didn't know what to do with it? They literally shut me down
Are
and
you
were like,
serious?
"Yes, everyone leave the chat. This video is being shut down by YouTube." And I was like,
I
"What
did
did
not
I do? I
know
was just
that.
showing them a tree."
Oh my goodness. I
So
had
yeah,
no
I'm not
idea.
allowed to do that apparently.
Yeah, I had no idea. I remember you showing it, but I had
Ah.
no idea.
Yeah, that was wild. I don't know what happened there. It was bizarre. Here's the funny thing. As I get going, I showed everyone my whole yard and at the end realized, wait, this thing got shut down like 10 minutes ago,
Oh my goodness.
15 minutes ago. I don't know. I That was a whole fluke is the only thing I can think of cuz there's never profanity or anything
Right, right. I
offensive,
can't
or I try
imagine
not to
any
be.
yeah, I
Yeah.
can't imagine any of your videos ever getting shut down.
So it was funny.
Wow.
Just
That
had to be there.
that
Yeah, they
is
don't let me out of the house, Angie. Everyone says I'm always so far outside the box, but I can't actually get outside the box.
No, apparently not. Not
They're like,
even
we
with a
cannot have Bitty Penny on the loose. This is too dangerous.
That's funny. That is so funny, and all the some of the stuff that's out
That's
there
out
that they
there.
do
I know.
allow.
It's like, golly, showing a few plants is a problem. A tree. I was just showing them a
Yeah,
tree.
exactly. That's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah, it was funny. It was
Definitely did not know that. So, yeah, okay, just in case you didn't know this, her eyes are too close to her mouth and her mouth is too close to her nose and the proportions are not right, but we're not caring right now.
that's okay.
Because we're kind of in a hurry in doing this. So,
And we're art journaling and it's
and
okay.
we're just playing.
Yeah.
And this is the first face I've drawn in however many years, so I
And you know what?
am.
There's lots of people who are watching right now who haven't ever drawn a face or haven't drawn a face in years. And so you're giving them the creative license
Yes,
to
absolutely.
to
Go
try
try
it
it. Go
or pick
try
it
it.
back up.
Yes, absolutely. Go try it. And it is fun. Typically what I would have done is I would have drawn a line across the middle and split the oval in half, and that would be the eye line. And then you'd split the bottom half in half, and then you split that section in half. And so you'd have 3 layers, and that would be the eye line, the tip of the nose, and then the mouth line. I
Yeah.
did not do that because I was doing it with a Stabilo, and I would not have been able to get those lines out. So that was part of my proportion issue, but it's all good. She's happy, and Carrie told me, I think it was Carrie that said, "Yeah, flip that flower and make it her bangs. You can trim off that extra that hangs off the page." Okay. So we're gonna dry the girl, give her some bangs, and I'm not at a hard 10 o'clock if you aren't, but I mean I can't go a whole lot past that. But
Right.
where are you at with that?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. Um I had gotten some stuff done. I woke up at 5 this morning because
Oh, you're on that Bitty Penny schedule. That Bitty Penny
yes.
workout schedule.
Yes. um yeah, maybe we should have some. Well, you do lives early in the morning too.
5:30,
Yeah.
baby.
And
Yep.
I'm not. Well, I'm a lot of times I'm up, but what I'm doing though is having coffee with my husband. So
I love
typically,
that. You keep doing that.
yes, so I join in after he leaves for work, typically. Sometimes you're wrapping it up when I come in and sometimes you're not.
Mhm.
Um, but that's why I get there late because I am enjoying coffee with my hubby.
Oh, I
And
love
he leaves
that.
at like 6:15 in the morning. So,
Love that
um,
you do that.
yeah, I do too. It's just, I don't have to get up that early, but I do to spend it with him.
I love that.
And so, it's just amazing. So let me find, I don't want, this is just gesso that I'm putting on. It's like, I'm just trying to tone down the Stabilo movement, maybe. And then I could come in with a paint layer or something like that. So she's very, very messy right now, and we're okay with that.
Yep.
That's the key. Because what I have in my backup plan is acrylics. How much time do I have? Okay.
You got this.
Okay. Let me find I think that's my flesh tone, or one of them. Um, let's try that one.
The great people is
Um,
what brings Jason to the craft table. Oh, we do have some great people in this
Bye,
hobby.
Bridget. Bye, Butterfly.
Bye. Thanks for hanging out with
I'm
us.
sorry I'm
Thanks for
not
coming
keeping up with the
over.
chat, y'all. I'm in my zone.
Girl, just do your thing. I am watching it. You're
Okay.
loving the art journaling. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Reagan. Um,
Mm.
Good. I'm glad y'all are enjoying this. Hope you give it a try. It's a good way to try out if you get new supplies, if you have old supplies. It's a great way just to kind of practice and then hone in on what your supplies can do. And then,
Right.
you can make more serious, quote unquote, serious things if you want to.
Right. This is not like I said, this is not the best time for me to be trying to do a face.
Oh, girl, please do not be
But
hard on your face. Like,
yeah, it's but it's okay.
it is
It's
okay.
because I'm having fun, and as long as you're having fun, I mean, you saw what some of my faces used to look like and normally would look like. And so this is not I don't my niece always told me I can see something and tell it's yours. And I thought that was a compliment as well because that means that you have a style. And she's like that. um I do have one other thing. This is a random squirrely thought that along the lines of you asking what I used to do.
Uh
I
huh.
mean, or what I my craft, because this is considered a craft or an art too, I think. Um yeah, I'm not she looks like she has the mumps. It's in acrylic, it's okay. Um yeah, we definitely gave her the mumps. Um it is I used to write poetry when I was a teenager.
Oh, cool.
And I had one of my poems published by Blue Mountain Arts Card
Wow.
Company when I was about 16. And that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't do a lot of that lately either, you know. But there's a lot of things that I used to do that I don't do, and you know, but I love to run the gamut. I mean, whatever goes goes, and my brain just goes in 100 different directions most of the time on what can we do next. You know, what what what's next? But I love circling back to this. This is definitely not my shining moment on faces,
Oh,
but
you're fine.
I'm gonna let it dry and come back to this piece because we just put a bunch of acrylics on. And I'm gonna come back to this piece, and I think I want to add something to it because she's dry now.
So
Um,
yesterday we were at an art gallery and we were walking through. First, we went through the things painted in the Romantic period and medieval periods, and then we went to the contemporary and modern. And I was talking to Debbie J about it because I was pointing out that there's more to art than just real strict representation,
right.
and that there's so many ways to paint a person or a, a face, um, without even really painting it or doing the most basic job. Like some of the art, I feel like I don't know how many pictures of it I took yesterday to show you, but I was taking a lot of pictures of faces, because that's what I've been thinking about recently, but they're not perfect. And they're in a fine art gallery, on the UT
Right.
campus. And they're considered fine art, and they're so far from perfect. They're so far from an idealized or romanticized idea of a face.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I say that your face is exactly just perfect, just the way it is.
Well, it is definitely not what I want it to be.
Yes, and that's okay, but
Um, I was gonna add some perfect pearls to this. I was gonna flick some but I can't find something to mix the perfect pearls in. So I think I'm really content with this one on its own.
I
I
really
was
like it.
I
I
was
like it
gonna
just like it is.
add some neo colors and brighten up the leaves, but I think I'm content with that just the way it is. I may fold it and give my husband the largest giant Valentine's card ever.
There you go.
Or I will fold it. I'll paint this side of it, the left side, or not, and make a journal out of it. And so
Nice.
that I can remember, I'll make an art journal out of it so I can remember this day.
And have a journal for future
That's right.
entries.
And then
Yeah.
we're gonna try to fix the mumps. We're, oh mercy. I'm just flittering.
Let me bring out some pics because you know
Yeah.
what, Lisa? Those might have the pictures I shared yesterday might have just been for channel members. So let me show a couple. I can't. Yeah, I can't remember honestly. Um, so let's see. Yeah, I was looking at faces. So here was one of my favorite paintings. It's in their private collection. I don't recall what it's. I would have to go and look it up. But look at those faces. This is a painting from like this
Wow.
1600. Look at those faces. Look at
Oh,
that long nose.
yes.
Proportions don't have
Yes.
to be perfect. This is
Right.
one of the most beautiful paintings. Look at that face. This one is really interesting um, because there's just one person facing. I didn't take a full picture of the piece. I was only taking pictures of what I wanted to remember. But
Mm-hmm.
this character right here with this wonky little face was the only one facing the viewer of the artwork. Everybody else had their face turned another way. They were involved, they were doing things. But this cheeky little character right here was the only one facing you. And I thought that that was such a
Oh
powerful
wow.
statement by the artist. Oh,
Yeah, it
tortured
is.
banana. Let's see. Here's one. I always love this. This is part of their private collection as well. This is actually a diptych, and there's another portion of it. But again, I just focused in on what I really wanted um, to capture that day. I have pictures of it in its full glory, but I mean, very
Wow.
basic face here.
That's amazing though.
This is a huge piece too. She is much bigger. She's larger than life. She's probably like 10 foot tall. She's amazing.
Wow. Wow.
Um, and I think these paintings, is a current artist who has is being spotlighted. So there's one room just dedicated to their work. Very art journaling feeling, with all the layers, all the imagery, and the different layers of paint and
Oh,
imagery.
that's amazing.
I thought this was very, very
That
kindred
is.
to art journaling and the kind of mixed media art that inspires me.
Mm-hmm. That was beautiful. I'm gonna dry again for just a second.
Yeah. So this artist is Tammy Nguyen. Nguyen. I think that's a Vietnamese name.
Oh, it's beautiful. I think I'm seeing them delayed, so
Yeah.
but beautiful. I am let's see. How do I was thinking if I fold it up and then fold it down, it would be like sort of like what we're talking about, but maybe like a hat. I'm trying not to lose this piece right here. Um
Mm.
the center because I think it's amazing. But yes, I could cut off the edges and I like it tilted. I do a lot of one-eyed paintings, one-eyed faces. And I do a lot of faces. Let me show you this art journal that I made. Um, because it was one of the first. Oh, I just dumped all of the artwork out of it.
Oh, it's a bitty penny move.
Go me.
Oh, that's
But
something
this
I would
right
do.
here. this one right here. I made out of cereal boxes. And
Jonna, you are so right. She says Dina Wakley has a lot of faces that are out of proportion.
oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
This one, I tend to have a lot of my paintings. I think one, it's an avoidance of drawing hair, but a lot of times I have my faces like peeking out of flowers or something like that. Because I love, there's something about a girl who has a flower in her hair that is appealing to me.
Yes.
And
Agreed.
I love drawing eyes. I really do. And I would show you the artwork that's in it, but it's now on my floor. But I did the back as well, just collage and mixed media and that sort of thing. But this is a canvas binding that I painted. The canvas spine. And so yeah, that was fun to make. And watercolors and I don't get along too well. So I have tried a couple of watercolor faces and it's not necessarily for me. I'm almost tempted to cut that right there. Try not to fold it up too much. And then give it like a rim, almost like that doesn't get glued down. If that makes sense. Almost like 3D.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think I like her. I think part of my problem is I don't
I
like
like
her
her with the hat. What if you covered her eyes? I think you will like her.
if I
If
cover her. I don't like her eyes.
that's what I
Yeah.
think you don't. Yeah, but like if you you had that folded and it was kind of covering her eyes
Yes.
a little bit.
Yes.
And then you'll just see the nose and the mouth. See what
Yeah.
you feel about that.
Yeah. Let me see. Because I actually
I
had
like
thought
it.
about just drawing over the flower, drawing her face over the flower, but yeah, I'm kind of thinking something like this that
I
almost
like
looks like
it.
a hat with a brim that's covering her face
Exactly.
and leaving it kind of 3D. I mean, I could
Yeah.
glue it down, but I'm trying to decide if I like her well enough to use this flower. I love this flower. And I
Oh,
think
you'll find another flower that you love. I think you should use it.
that's what I'm struggling with.
You'll
And struggling with giving the eyes a little more detail.
I think personally,
Mhm.
no pressure. I think you use the flower because you love it and it works for her, and you'll find another one that you love,
You're right.
another time that works better with another one. And yeah, and then you don't have to worry about her eyes either.
Right. The other thing that she's missing in her eyes is a shine. They look dead.
Yeah.
If you don't put the little shine there,
Yeah.
they'll often look dead. And then I don't have any shading, so I don't have a darker paint handy. So I reactivated the Stabilo and I'm gonna try to do some shading over the acrylic and do it real quick so that you know I don't spend a lot of time on it and re-wet it a whole lot, but that gives her some depth, and then we're gonna give her some life. And
Kalinda, where do you live? It's been raining where Kalinda is.
oh no,
Uh, well, just for like since 11 o'clock last night. I'm just curious where. I don't know where Kalinda is. Where are you at, Kalinda? It's supposed to be raining here. That's another reason I'm asking. We have overcast and the rain's supposed to start here pretty soon.
oh, is it really?
Mhm.
Here's the other thing. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
I feel the same way. I feel like this is coming together, and it's actually the mark making that I'm putting on top that I feel like makes it all that brings the whole thing together. I feel like I had like 3 or 4 disjointed pieces, and then once I started putting the marks
Oh yeah, it looks great.
that it
Absolutely,
came together.
it looks really good. I love
Oh,
that. That stencil didn't look that, or the not the stencil, the collage paper didn't look that big. I don't know what
There
size paper you're working
there's
on, but
different sizes of the same girl,
oh,
and I
okay,
chose
okay,
the biggest one.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it
My
definitely
page
looks
is
like
at
it.
8.5. Well, actually, I think it's what size is this? 9 by 12? I'm not sure. Folded in half. Yeah, just about. It's yeah, 9 by 12 folded in half. Is the size of my journal I'm working on.
Okay, okay. I'm letting her run because sometimes my girls have a tear or running mascara. And I think I have a white Stabilo, but I know what I do have though. I have this Dr. PH Martin bleed proof white.
Mm.
Let's see, Lauren. I'm just trying to
Hi,
catch it.
Lauren.
Yes, hi Lauren. Um John. Okay, Jonna. Yes, Jonna. Hi. Um I got in the mode of trying to finish and didn't let's see, I'm looking for a teeny, 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 tiny little brush. Teensy, teensy, teensy. There we go. Actually, I might just use the brush end. That might work better. Because we're going to give her a little shine in her eye. Just a little white mark right there. And that a lot of times will add just a little bit of light. And then I obviously re-wet her, so and then we're gonna give her the flower hat. I don't hate her eyes as much.
There you go.
They're too close together. There's no doubt
Whoops.
about that. They're too close together. But I do not I don't hate them. They're just not my favorite.
Right? It happens.
It does. It does. Well, especially since I haven't drawn one in like 5 years. So we're gonna cut me a little slack. Or I'm gonna
Even
cut
if you
my
have,
yeah.
it just happens.
Yeah. So I'm gonna cut myself some slack.
There you go.
Um, I'm wondering if I just cut this here, would that let me fold it under and see if I like that without the little brim. Because I feel like with the folded brim, I'm losing this inside piece. Oh, I really like that, I think. I want a little more shine on her nose. Just to give it a little bit more highlight, because you usually have some highlight at the end of your nose and on your chin. And if I were using white acrylic instead of gesso, it would be more pronounced. But I'm just trying to add a little bit of highlight right there and right there.
Lauren says, "Good morning, folks. I'm enjoying this collage session. It helps me to understand the method more since you're talking about what you're thinking about. I'd like to try it sometime." Yes, try it.
Absolutely. Just get
Just get
if
your
you want.
whatever you have. If you have, not to talk over you, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Uh, any supplies you have, you can do this. Even if you just had crayons and, magazines, old books. The first page I did, I used just this was a cutout from an old book. And then I had stamps and I used those. And all of this is pretty much just stamps and then an image from an old book. This is a stencil and some of my new papers that I used. And then one is like napkin and paste and so anything you have.
Yes, definitely. Colored pencils.
Yep.
I was trying to find my Neo colors. There they are. Because I want to give her a little bit of rose to her cheeks, but these are water soluble crayons. So are these. These are Dina Wakley's, but also they sell them at Michael's. You can get some inexpensive if you want something that's more water soluble. You can get something, you can get them at Michael's even, and just a little, you know, just enough to try it to see if you're gonna like it. And
You can just fold 8.5 by, this journal that I'm working in is not, this is a handmade journal by me. You can just use whatever paper you have, fold it in half. This one's stitched together. I'm trying to find the center. And I actually just used a calendar for the cover. I still need to work on the cover. The cover's not done yet. But, you can make yourself an art journal out of whatever paper you have. So, like what you're saying, if you can figure out if it works for you or not. And,
right, right,
you know, you
absolutely,
don't have to buy anything to try it.
right,
And you
right.
may end up loving it. And you may end up just loving some of the things you don't use as often because
Mm-hmm.
you're finally getting them out and playing with them without fear.
Yes. I was gonna say this real quick. I'm using these Caran d'Ache, the Neo Color 2. They're water soluble. You can use them dry and then activate them, or you can dip them in water. And I wanted to give her a little bit of blush on her cheeks.
I think she's really turning out beautiful.
Well, thank you.
And I like her eyes close together.
Well, she is.
She was born that way. She
She
can't
was
help
born
it.
that way. That is correct.
She can't help it.
Oh mercy. But
We're
yeah, I
going to
just did a
embrace
little
her.
little shading under her eye. Oh, I need to do a little shading under her neck. Give her neckline. So you can actually see her chin a little bit.
Scribble
And if
sticks
you'll
are
notice,
really sorry. Scribble
no, I
sticks
was
are
gonna
really
say
hard, Maddie, because they're extra firm. They're paint. They're dried acrylic paint that's water soluble. And to me, they are the hardest medium to use of all of them. But what helps is keep like uh, getting the tips wet. I found,
yes.
but they are tricky. I think they're the trickiest one to use personally.
And I am just going to rub her blush in. I'm not gonna grab another paintbrush for the pink. Um, and yeah, she just has a little life to her face now. I want to do the same thing to her lips. What did I just do with them? I let when I do dip them in water, I let them sit out before I put them back in. Um, just in case you were wondering. That's just my personal preference. I just want to give her just a little bit of shading to her lips. And again, I'm going to use my pink. Well, maybe not. I'm going to use the little water brush I was using. And I'm now getting stuff everywhere.
That's what we do.
Here, nope. Oh, there it is. It's in the water. Duh. That's where the water brush goes. In the water. So she doesn't quite look so one dimensional now. She has a little bit of color. And I've blended in this little bit of dark down on her neck. And I'm probably going to go over well, I'm not trying to do like exact shading and all that stuff. I'm just trying to make, you know, just a little bit of a face.
Because y'all even see what I was doing. Sorry. No, they couldn't. Sorry, guys.
Okay. I wasn't watching. I'm sorry. I was focusing on my eyes here.
Whoops. I just didn't even have my camera and
I think I'd like it
my
folded under better.
piece centered.
So we're gonna do that. I do believe we are going to do that. Um.
I'm just messing around till you're ready.
Oh,
You
I
call
got
it.
you. Yeah. No, I'm playing. I'm just
Okay.
like I could shade for days, but I haven't glued the flower down yet because her eyes are still wet and her face is still a little wet. But I think I do like that right there. Or maybe covering a little more of one eye like that. I don't want to lose her glow on that side of her eye. But what do we think of that?
I like her. I like her a
I
lot.
think that
I think she's lovely.
well, thank you. And she does have, like I said, she has a little bit of the mumps, but she'll get better.
Yeah.
She will heal. I can actually fix that with just a pencil.
I can't
So
even see the
there.
mumps.
You can't.
No.
She just had one puffy cheek right here on this left side. She has no ears. I forgot
Oh,
about
mine
ears.
doesn't have any ears either.
Okay, well, mine's gonna have a little
You're
bit of an ear. Not much of one because I'm not real good at ears, but she has little bits of ears,
from the eyeball to the tip of the nose.
and maybe that's what she was missing. We gave her some ears.
Ears really make a big difference.
They do. And let's see. Yeah, I mean they're abstract ears. I'm not going for um. Oh, your face is beautiful. Are you drawing that?
I did, yeah.
Well, look at you go.
Yep.
I and you said you weren't going to do that. Yours is beautiful.
Well, you were doubting yourself, and I was like, okay, let me join in here and show
Yeah.
her.
No, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. I'm gonna give her blue eyes just like you.
Oh.
Missy
Yeah,
blue.
mine are black because I drew her in Stabilo. So, and that is tricky because the Stabilo wants what the Stabilo wants,
Yep.
and so a lot of times, um, it's not. We don't get to. Okay, I need the slightest little bit of hair. Darn it. We're gonna have to have some hair. Just a little bit. We're gonna just do a shading, almost like a hint of hair. Like the illusion of hair.
That's what I'm going for over here too.
Or delusion.
Delulu hair.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, there you go. Okay, you look better now. I wasn't going for realism, I guess is what I'm trying
No,
to
I
say
never
here.
would even try.
I have. I mean, I can show you some pencil sketches, but not it's hard to do with water solubles. It really is because
Yeah.
they really do have a mind of their own. And yeah, I could sit here and keep fiddling with her until the cows come home. But I'll put my and I could give her some blue, but let me see if I have a white. I'm not liking the white in her eye. Oops, I stuck my hand in her hair. I'm not liking that. There we go. Um, because the white I was doing with the white in her eyes, I was doing with gesso, and gesso is a little bit translucent. So now I'm doing the neo color, and that's helping, or in my opinion, it's helping a little bit, a little bit, little bit, little bit. Okay, so now you can see the whites in her eyes a little bit better, and she has a hint of hair.
Yes, she is looking so good.
Well, thank you. I am just refreshing my memory. We're gonna activate this Sybilla with this brown Neo color so that she has brown hair. Or the illusion of brown hair.
You guys, I hope that by watching us today that you feel
Uh,
unchained, that you feel a little more free to go to your
yes,
desk
yes.
and play and have fun and make something.
Oh, Lisa's off to Spain for a week. What?
Ooh, nice, Lisa. Lisa lives in the UK.
Oh, okay, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah. Oh, I love Spain.
Flo, I was just talking to my supplies this whole video. I love the idea of you going into your studio and communicating, I think is what she said, with your supplies.
Yeah.
Um, I was, when I was telling the ink, don't run there, don't run there. Yeah. So, but the other thing is because this was a mixed media background, it has texture. So, like right here where I've gone over, I don't know if y'all can see that close up where I've shaded her neck. You can see the bumps, and sometimes that's hard to work with because you have if you have a collage, you have bumps.
Mhm.
And so, where the paper, that you collaged, and so it's hard to control where your pencil goes sometimes. But to me, that's the joy of it. That's where I get my joy is creating over and around those you know areas.
I'm planning to play with my supplies this afternoon after our
Good.
walk. Yay, Maddie. That's the spirit.
Yeah, I
My
hope we
DNA shows I'm
inspired.
from the UK. This may be why people left cold and wet weather. Oh, yeah.
What is it?
Cindy, she's saying that her DNA says she's from the UK, but I think she's maybe not fond of the cold and wet weather.
Oh,
It's so
gotcha.
funny. I love it, but I get migraines now. And so it's so sad. I can tell you when the weather is about to change because I get a migraine from
Oh,
it.
wow.
Yeah, so I don't get to enjoy it, but my soul, my spirit loves the dreary weather. I love it. I love the sunshine too, but I love me some dreary weather.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I do if I'm staying in.
Yeah.
I
I
think
don't
we're
want to
supposed to
travel in
have
it
some tomorrow.
necessarily, but yeah.
Okay, so we have now officially fixed the mumps.
Well,
She
I
has
think
a little.
actually it was
Mhm.
contagious because my girl has them too. Look at
Oh,
how splotchy she is. It was contagious.
that's funny. Okay, without the hat, she looks like Larry off of the Three Stooges. Do you see her bald head and the hair
Yeah,
just around
yeah.
the yeah, so without it she looks like Larry, so we definitely have to have the hat. And yeah, so I'm again not going to glue it down just yet, but cuz it's wet. And I could dry it, but I like how loosely whatever she's drawn and painted, not drawn. Um and I keep trying to add white to the bridge of her nose because you're supposed to have a little highlight right there.
Okay, so because my girl has the mumps as well,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to try the gesso trick.
Okay.
So now that I have her painted, I'm going to go back. It's not fully dry. I'm going to go back in and put gesso on her, right?
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
that correct?
What did you draw her with?
Oh, she's watercolor.
Okay. Yes, gesso should work.
Okay.
Or make what I did here is I made her hair come into her cheek a little bit more.
Well, my problem is my girl's got splotchy skin.
Um,
So I'm just going to try this whole gesso trick.
okay.
See what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's working. She's putting on some makeup. Paper
Yeah,
makeup. Here we go.
it was funny at the wedding last night. There was a girl in there after the wedding service, and they're very dressed up, and she was just putting on her makeup. Somebody said, "Oh, are you touching up your makeup?" And she's like, "No, I didn't even get a chance to put it on." And so I was like, "Oh my goodness." Okay, I'm happier with her eyes now. They got away from me and they got too big.
And I'm happy with this girl's skin now. It was not looking right, but that gesso
That
trick
gesso does, yes,
fixed it.
it activates it and it makes it creamier.
Yes. She's very
So
pasty, this
I
one.
didn't know if you knew about that trick or not.
She's a wee bit pasty. She hasn't seen a lot of daylight in some time. She's a winter girl.
Well, you can shade her.
It's been too cold to go outside.
There you go. I separated her eyes just a hair more with gesso and paint and whatnot because her eyes had gotten too big. And so I gave them more of
Bye,
a.
Reagan. Sorry we
Oh,
didn't get
bye,
to chat
Reagan.
much, you
I
guys.
know we really didn't, and I'm so
Um,
bad. I'm just in the zone and
you're fine. You're fine.
um just really getting into what I'm doing, and so
All right.
um
I think I'm done. I
yep,
think
I think I am too.
I
Okay,
got
I
her
like.
and she's done.
Oh, I just did that area. Okay, I think that this one is done until she dries, and then I can put her hat on her. But I like her eyes better. Her mouth is up and crooked, and that's okay.
Mhm.
And she has ears, and she has the hint
I
of
really
hair.
like her.
Yeah, she's growing on me. She's growing on me. I like the tilted hat, so I had to make her hair higher up here in her face. So, and then I will glue that big flower on, and um, yeah. For those of you who don't know me that are just coming in, I'm Melissa from Messy Missy Creates. Um, and we are just playing.
Yeah, we're just art journaling today, you
Yes.
guys.
And here is my. What did I do with my hearts? You can't have lost them that fast. Okay. They're on a huge board. How do you? Ooh, I just shook myself. Sorry, I hit.
I do it too.
Okay, so we're gonna put the girl aside, and I'm gonna bring back the hearts just to show them one last time for those who weren't here in the beginning. Um, and I have an absolute mess. I don't know about you.
Oh yeah.
I mean, total absolute mess.
Yep. That's how lives are.
Yeah, yeah, because you're scurrying to get from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, and yeah, and I said I wasn't gonna mess with this, but I am.
Oh, I love it. I love that heart.
Yeah, I do too. I really that was what I had been envisioning the whole time, and I just couldn't. That was the only thing that was going to come out. Cuz that's what was stuck in my head is pink blobs made into hearts. And so fortunately it worked out.
It's
And
nice when that happens.
it is. It is. And they're wobbly hearts, and they're wobbly hearts on
I
purpose.
like them. They're
They're
I,
just
I'm gonna
doodly
try to
hearts.
make some myself.
Hey, there you go. They were fun.
There you go.
The ink and doodle the do the ink first. Let me show you this. Oh, I just stepped in my bucket of paint. We won't even talk about that. Ugh. Okay, so this piece right here, I don't know how long it's going to take for you to see it. It's an ink wash and then with a doodle with a fine liner.
Mm.
And it's just flowers and oh, I hear one of my girls
Oh, it's
cackling. She must.
beautiful.
Thank you. So if you lay the ink down first and then you doodle your, around it, well, you know that. But Yeah, I hear one of my girls, my chickens or my girls, cackling. It's either lunchtime or no, it's not lunchtime. She's laying an egg. They cackle. They're proud of their eggs when they lay them.
Well, they should be.
Yeah, they are. Thank you, empty nester. Is that Maddie?
Maddie.
Okay,
Yeah.
Maddie. Thank you for putting the link to my channel in there.
Maddie is great.
Yes, she is. And I'm gonna see if I can catch up on Linda Veal. So happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to
Hi,
you.
Linda. I'm sorry. I didn't get to call out y'all's chat as much, but happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, and Reagan left and Radar. Okay, I'm just catching up. Um and then I am probably going to Lisa's gonna craft tomorrow.
So, Linda,
Um
I missed where you're from.
um I think I saw it somewhere, but I can't remember.
All right. Well, happy Valentine's Day to
Yes.
all. Hey,
We
Vicky. Is
I
who's
hope
V Journal?
who's what?
V Journal. Do you know
V
V Journal?
no.
Hey, V Journal.
B journal, B journal. Let me see if I look
V.
at it.
Yeah.
B journal. Um
V is in Victor.
B as in Victor. Okay. Let me see. B journal. Sounds familiar. Um let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Um I hope we get to do this again.
Yes, me too. Me too. So, do you want to show the people what you made and then I'll
Yes.
show and then we'll go?
Yes, absolutely. And I would take this tape off because the tape is like unrevealing the white space around that you can't see with the tape. But I haven't done the left side, so I'm not going to take the
Yeah,
tape off
leave it.
just
It's
yet.
yeah.
Um but I will put I'm also on Instagram as Messy Missy Creates. I think it's Messy Missy underscore creates, but I have it in the no, I don't. I probably don't have it in a link in my channels. But yeah, I lost my girl for a second. Okay. Here she is. This is Larry without the hat, but she's gonna have a flat hat. I mean a flower hat like this. So this
I
was
love it.
yeah. So she was my first attempt in a very long time. So we're gonna love on her because
Yep. Yeah,
she
we
had the
are.
mumps. She had the mumps for a little while and she was very sick. So yeah.
I love it. I love it.
And I love your crafty crew. That is so, so cute. I
Oh.
didn't get to see what you did the letters out of.
I had a Dina Wakley stamp set, that's just the
Oh,
alphabet, and
really?
then so I can make it
It's
say anything I want. I love
so is it
alphabet
like the
stamping.
negative?
Let me get it out.
Okay, I
It's still on
totally
my
missed
desk.
that part. I was like very involved in my ink
I think you
running.
can still get these, block alphas. Dina Wakley block alphas. I
Okay.
love this stamp set. I use it all the time. It's
Oh
actually
yes,
become one of my
absolutely.
favorite alphabet stamps.
I had intended on, I had some of her stamps and I had intended on using some of those in this journal video.
Mm,
I mean, in this video, but or live, but I didn't even get them out. So there we go.
I love
I do hope we get to do this again, though.
Yes, yes, we will. We'll have to come back. Do you guys want more art journaling? We're definitely gonna have to come back
Yeah,
and do
or we can
more.
do glue booking too. Then I mean, we can do whatever you want. Like I said, I'm up for anything. I'll
I
try
love
anything
that.
once.
So I did the Crafty Crew page, then I
That is
did the
so cute.
Swan page. This is the swan page, and this is with my new paper pad, and
That is so beautiful.
this page is totally misshapen. It's really been put through the ringer, but it doesn't matter because it's in an art journal, and pages can be imperfect even once you're done. Like, I'm done with it, but it's fine. And then this is Courage Over Fear. Is what came to mind as we were working with faces
Mhm.
and working through that. So I did Courage Over Fear for that. And then I just kind of doodled this little face there at the end.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Oh,
You did a
thanks.
great job, and I love love your swans and your paper pat.
Oh, thanks. Those are out, you guys. They just got released. Um,
Today, right?
yeah. So
Oh,
they're out there.
V Journals is making journals and listening to us. Okay, cool.
Yay! That's the spirit. That's what I like to hear.
Yes.
That's
And
incredible.
so much glitter had to leave. Buy so much glitter.
Yeah, bye, Carrie. Thank you. So, well, thank you
Yeah.
so much, Melissa,
Well, thank
and
you for
happy
inviting
birthday.
me. Thank
Go
you, and
ahead
happy
and
Valentine's Day to you.
thank you. And to
And
all of you out there, if you have a February birthday, happy birthday. And for everybody else, also, happy Valentine's Day.
yes, happy Valentine's Day to you all.
I'll leave a link to Melissa's channel later. I'll go in and add it to the description for our replay crew. But I hope you guys enjoyed our journey through art journaling today. I can't say enough how much fun it is. Certainly give it a try.
Yes, I think so too. And that's the thing about art journaling, it doesn't have to be perfect. Now,
Nope.
obviously, doing it on a live is very putting yourself in a vulnerable situation where if something doesn't work out, you're like, "Hey, it's out there."
Right.
But most of my art journaling is done, by myself in the quiet, and it really helps release a lot of emotion, a lot of and brings me joy.
Yeah.
It's not always negative emotions, it's positive emotions. Especially this bright pink. So,
Yeah, no, it's really cool. Really cool. Wow.
anyway.
Cindy says, wow, y'all worked so hard. I'm pooped.
I hear you. I know I am, and I know that I have a mess to clean up, but I hear my hubby in there working very, very diligently to get the house ready for
Well,
people to
thank
come.
him on behalf of all of
I
us,
will.
please. Let him know that we're really grateful that he shared you with all of us, that you got to share your time with us.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
all for sharing your time with us, for
Thank you.
watching, for hanging out with us, and we will
And
see you next time.
yes, thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye, Bitty Penny.
Bye,
Bye.
Melissa.